All right, so shifting a debt, you can see that if you have on the left, you have a maxed out credit card for 10,000, you have another one for 5,000, another one for 2,000, right? And they're all $10,000 limits. And so if you shift it and you do a balance transfer between the two, you have 34% versus 100% and 50%, right? You're not spending any money, you're just really shifting it, and that looks a lot more stronger. Your credit scores will increase without spending any money. And this will actually be in the borderline where you can still get new approvals by doing that. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. What's funny too, Anthony, go back for a second. How many Americans see all of you guys in the room? You guys are overachievers. You understand this, but most Americans would see this right here. This would be average for people. People that have a $10,000 credit card and they don't understand why their credit score goes down or doesn't go up when they pay their bill every time. It's because they have a 34% utilization across the board, right? And that's what you don't know hurts you. So the normal American would see this, say, hey, I have a $10,000 credit card. That's all I need. They're gonna say that's all I need. I don't spend more than $10,000. No, grandma, I get that you don't spend more than $10,000, but when you spend $3,400, your credit score will go up by you just having access to 20,000. You don't need to use the 20,000. Remember, what you don't know is hurting you. So in this situation, this looks like a lot of Americans today, Anthony, working a job they can't stand, getting credit cards to pay the bills. Most people look at credit as a bad thing, not as a way to get rich. This entire monetary system is built off debt. Every good real estate investor understands, give me as much debt as I can have because I will write off everything. I won't be making money because I'm in debt. Meanwhile, I'm controlling assets and getting more capital and credit off these assets, and I'm becoming uber super rich. When you understand how the monetary system properly works and you know how to leverage credit to build wealth, my God. But this situation right here is a nightmare situation for most Americans. They don't know how to get the credit limit increases. They don't know how to shift the debt. They don't know when to pay their bill. And they don't know the ramifications of paying their bill on this date versus that date. This is just, you don't know what you don't know. You guys are all in the room, so you understand that. But guys, that is key. Shifting money, shifting debt, taking this debt, moving it onto ghost lines, which we'll talk about later on, lines that don't report to business or personal. Well, why would I want that, Dan? So you could hide the debt so your score can go up. And that's the biggest reason why credit repair companies is the biggest scam, is because they tell people don't apply for new credit, right? Well, you need to be having positive payment history every single month. It's what you don't know. That payment history is big. That utilization is big. The inquiry itself is not big. The new account itself is not big. That is just a small sliver of the pie compared to what really matters, right? But this, Anthony, this right here is most Americans with a Chase card, with a Discover card, and they don't want more credit cards, but they don't understand how much this would actually matter if they had them.
It's actually one of the number one challenges that we face that we have to overcome in our business, right? From the hundreds of clients that we take on and we're reviewing, the credit utilization is actually a pretty big deal, right? And so hence why I did extensive amounts of research on how to fix these type of situations. I'm going to provide you some additional ones real quick as well. Now, adding authorized users, it's not going to help with the credit utilization, but again, it will increase your credit score. And you have two different options. If you have friends and family, if they've been responsible, looking at the perfect credit formula, right? If you understand that concept, everyone can increase your score 5 to 30 points. And that's enough points for you to be able to get a personal loan. And that can then help you qualify to pay off the revolving debt or shifting it for another business credit card if they have lower requirements. Those are all certain things, right? So you just have to chip away depending on where am I at, what can I do right now, and what can I control to be able to solve this outcome, this problem a little faster. So asset-based lending, if you do own a home, I recommend getting a home equity line of credit. It's not something that I do. I used to be in the mortgage for about 10 years. But again, having a HELOC, which is secure debt, it's easier to qualify if your debt to income ratio is in line, typically around 35 to 40%. But having that, as far as the qualifications, that can help reduce and get that outcome a lot faster. Doing a cash out auto loan, where if you have a paid off car, let's just say it's a $10,000, $20,000 vehicle. That's what it's worth. And the bank's going to give you 50%, 60%, 70% of the value of that in a cash out refi. Then use that and pay off your personal credit debt. Once it's paid off, go and get some business credit, and then you're off to the races. You can use a lot of these new technologies, fintech, Helocs are coming out. Avon is one, and Figure is another one. I haven't worked with them personally, but again, if there's a
People
way
have gotten big approvals with Avon in here, brother. I have people that signed up for the program the same day that I talked about Avon a couple months ago. They got a home equity line of credit like that, guys. Definitely tap into Avon and tap into Figure for sure. Big deal right there.
Again, yeah, having them available. Again, I don't know how they would compare to a traditional, but again, that's a whole different conversation, different day. But hey, if it's going to be a quick approval with less headache, not have to wait 30 days, and I can fix my personal credit a lot faster, and game on. All right, so here's when we get a little creative. Borrowing from friends and family. So if you understand, I'm actually going to put these two together right now. So borrowing from friends and family, and if you know that you have an exit, even in a credit partner is very similar to the same point. So a credit partner is that either a co-signer or a credit partner that can be the person who can qualify either for your business or personal. Again, what we can do with one person, we can do with others. So let me give you an example. Let's just say that your business is like a car, and you are currently the driver. And if you're currently maxed out, your credit's not the greatest, all we're doing in this credit partner strategy is moving you from the primary driver to the passenger and having your credit partner be in place. Now, that person with great credit can go and apply for a business credit card, 0%, etc. And you take that capital, the new capital that person was able to qualify for, then you're able to do that whole existing business credit card transfer play, fix your credits, get your utilization where it needs to be. Now your scores shoot up to the 700s, etc., because of high credit usage. Then now you can then go and get qualified for your own business credit, business lines, term loans, whatever you can. And then you take that money, you pay off your credit partner, and you thank them and have a nice day, whatever reward or what incentive that they're going to be risking from them. Now, again, I only use this strategy, number one, if they fully understand what the risks are, because they are going to be the one guaranteeing the loans. But again, the biggest thing is that what's my exit? What's the exit for the credit partner? If I just need that person for 1 month, 2 months, then that friend or family, mom, dad, sister, brother, cousin, business partner might be a good solution to help you get there. Again, it's just in the story that you craft. But again, I've used that many times and it's worked very well. We do have access to a private bridge lender. It's not the cheapest option. Okay, it's literally it's pretty crazy for what they charge. But again, if that was if the only thing that's stopping you from getting your new loan and you're working through us, let's just say with us, they will charge you 20 to 30% of what they lend you. But they're taking a huge risk by paying off your credit cards and hoping that you don't go and spend it, right? Go to Toys R Us and buy some toys that even still exist these days. But that is an option that does exist out there. So if that's the only reason why you can't get approved and none of the other options work, then that might be a solution for you. Have you guys ever heard of this company? Goss? Anybody here? This is actually what you're talking about earlier on here as a ghost debt.
Mm-hmm.
So the interesting thing about, I have actually aligned with them as well, but they capped their interest rate at 16%. It doesn't report anywhere. It's no credit inquiry. And what they do, they connect their account, their platform with Plaid, and you want to connect as many accounts you have. You have your business, personal, whatever you have, to connect your data points. They're going to look at your cash flow, and they're going to be able to look at anywhere from, I think, 10 to 25,000 is what they'll approve you for. and it's only meant to consolidate out your high interest rate credit cards.
It's a gem, guys. That's a
It's
gem.
Yeah, I believe you need to have, if I'm not mistaken, maybe like a 660 or 670 credit score. They're not in all the states, but they were in a lot of them. So download the app and see if it's in your in your state. But having this, I think everybody should have this. It's like a credit line. Whenever you need it, you just tap into it. They pay off. It takes about 3-4 days. They pay off your credit, and it's ghost. Nobody knows about it. So it's perfect. Every single person here should do this right now.